At a Shop Dog Stella, you light up my life. We're working on lights today. You like that, Stella? Oh boy. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the two-stroke turbo channel. If you recall, or are a subscriber, thank you very much. You'll notice that we work on a lot of two-stroke cars on this channel. So hang on, we're gonna get to work. What is this car that's in front of us? What is this old classic beast? This is a 1959 or 1960. I think its title is a 60 DKW 3.6. I've had this car for a long time. It's black and red, as you can tell. And if it was a true 60, the windshield would wrap around and this pillar would be back here. The panoramic windshield, the panoramic windshield DKWs came in 1960, so I think this is a 58 or 59, even though it's titled as a 60. And we're putting this car back together. We fixed the rust beneath the corners of the windshield, painted the top of the dash, painted the cowling, painted the hood, painted the belt line up, including the roof. And I'm working on it some more. I had a V8 in this car at one point in time. It was a 350 small block Chevy. It hung out from the front, had zoomy pipes going up. It was a bit ridiculous. I finally found the engine. I finally found the crankshaft so that I could build an engine probably 10 or 15 years ago. I've had this car for almost 30 years. Time goes by. And so we're kind of messing around today. I want to drive this car, but I can't because it doesn't have any lights. You can see the tail lights are missing. And I'm going through some taillight options on the ground here in front of me. I have a few choices. Choices are always good. Turn this light off. But some of them are not as good as others. Originally, I bought these Volkswagen Beetle taillights, which I guess are hard to find nowadays. And I was thinking about putting them on the DKW because DKW taillights were even harder to find. This car did not come with any. So I was going to fabricate some Beetle taillights. I have since reneged that option. I think they look too Beetle-ish. They look too Volkswagen-ish, even though they do fit well. I was able to source some lenses. Show you what I got going on here. From Argentina, I believe. These were expensive. They were $100 each. That's this part right here. This is the original DKW taillight. Very fragile. Bolts in like that. Has a gasket that bolts to the body, which the gasket is right there. And that looks better. That's the way they are. However, I have the lenses, but I have no way to light up the light. So I've been scratching my head. I found some Volkswagen bulb bases. What I need is a bulb base to go underneath this light so that I can light the light. I don't have those. So I've got to figure out how to light the light. And what I've been playing with is modifying some Volkswagen Rabbit, or maybe these are Scirocco or Dasher bulb bases to fit the light. Or do I do something really cool and take a really modern, bright LED truck light, trim it down, and make LED taillights? So what I've done is I've trimmed this down. It's a flush mount truck light, very inexpensive, and I think I'm going to insert it into my lens here. You'll never know. There's a truck light in there, and I think it's going to be bright. And if I can angle it right and get it to fit, I think I'm going to do that. That's my plan anyhow. So I've been machining these truck lights down. They would look dumb if I just put them on like that, but if I put the lens over them, I think it'd look pretty cool. I also have one more option, which I'm not fond of, and these are Cadillac taillights, like out of a Seville or DeVille 90s, early 90s. I think that would look quite goofy. Probably could make those work if I had nothing else, but I'm going to go with originality. They look like that when they're bolted up, although that has no bulbs in it. And I think I'm going to keep working on my LED bulb base. So this will go on first, and then I can put together. You won't even know those are in there. And they should be pretty bright and efficient and really light up the whole lens. That's what I'm looking for. On my other car, I have a bulb here, and I think the running light might be up here or something like that. It's a little unknown at the moment, but so that's what I'm doing. I have gone through I've painted everything in the trunk, painted everything inside the car. I have now tested that the headlight switch works. It's pretty crusty, but it does work. So I've got power going to the headlights front and rear. I really need lights to drive this car at night. Need brake lights, turn signals, running lights, and then someday I'll get bumpers. So that's what I'm doing. Just letting you know, progress on an old two-stroke car takes time. Sure does. Okay, so we've trimmed up our truck flush LED, simple, cheap, $4 or $5 LED light, and we've inserted it inside our DKW lens. And let's just hook it up and see. I've got power here to let's try the running light circuit first. So this would be the running light circuit. Oops. If I could hang on to the wire. Okay, there we go. So you can see it's got a nice soft glow. There's an LED up toward the top there, up here, and then one toward the back. Now I'm going to disconnect it. And now I'm going to hook up the brake light. Quite a bit brighter. All the LEDs light up. I think that's going to be fine. I think it's going to, I don't know what it'll do for the flasher unit. This car originally had 6-volt wiring. Hook up the running light again. So that's just the running light. Very dim compared to the other one. And then the brake light once again. Very bright. I think it's going to be great. I retain the light. I've got the gasket. I've just basically shaved down a truck light inside the lens here. And I was worried because the light is at an angle like this, so you don't get the full effect. If it was like this, you would have, how do I explain this? More direct contact with the LEDs. These are, when it's laying inside the light like this, the intensity kind of points up towards the sky, but I think it's going to be fine. These cars never had super bright lights to begin with. I suppose if you were up here looking at the light, it would be brighter, but I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's going to work out great. I don't have to use VW Beetle taillights or Cadillac taillights that would look out of place. These are the correct lights for the car. Let's make them work. All right, let's pick up where we left off. We're working on our DKW. It is originally a 6-volt car. You can see I've changed the alternator to a 1-wire GM alternator many years ago. And now we're working on our lights. You can see that I've cut off the rusted bolts that held the turn signals to the fenders. They were completely knackered, and you can see the festoon bulb in there. That's a 6-volt bulb. I think we can actually use those for turn signals because they don't have power all the time. We also have our LED backed lights. You can see, if you look close, you can sort of see the LED truck light within the lens. I'll turn them on here for you in a second to see what you think. So the lights are in there. There's an 8-inch, I think it's an 8-inch light. It goes from about here, where my finger is, to here, and it angles up. But so let's turn the headlights on, and we'll check out pull the headlight switch on. And yeah, you can see the lights are lighted. So the way these work is they have a large LED at the one end, and the other end, wait, no, they're all lit up. They're all lit up. Just those are brighter, so that there must be a higher lumen LED at the end. So they're lit up on just the running light circuit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn the turn signal on. And the way we do that is got to turn the key on. So the fuel pump's going to run, and I'm going to turn the left turn signal on, which is the lever on the right here. And you'll see that the dash light flashes just once, and I think that's because I've got LED lights. So let's see what's happening. So, okay, so you can see the running light is the dimmer one, and the brighter element is the brake light turn signal. Don't worry about the fast flash. I'll put in an LED flasher. Right now it's got the 6-volt flasher. Let's see if we got our festoon bulbs working. Yeah, we do. Those are bright. You can't even tell that's flashing, but it is flashing. Very bright. And same thing with the other side. If we turn the turn signal on for the other side, let's try that. I'm going to turn the headlights off so we can get a better differential on the rear. So I'm going to turn the turn signal to the right. And we should have, yeah. So I think cars will be able to see that. As you can or may not know, if you're looking at the car from behind here, level, it's not that bright, but if you were to put it up here, where you're actually looking straight on at the LEDs, it's a little brighter. That'll be fine. And then, what do we got here? Yeah, this is working too. And that is flashing. So yes, we're making progress. Huh. We've got a lot more to go. But nonetheless, we're making progress. Let's turn the key off. This whole car has been with me a long time. All new floors. I should say it's all new floors, all new metal. Floors were completely rusted out. This was supposed to be a parts car for my other car. Or is it the other way around? I can't remember. It's been so long. Tail lights are looking good.